Unmasking as a late diagnosed autistic adult is a huge challenge. So this was my first shock with my therapist, was realising the extent to which I've been masking. I'm laughing now. It wasn't funny in the beginning. When I had my first conversation with my support worker, it was a relief to think I could be autistic, and that would explain why I have so many difficulties around anxiety, why I find it so difficult to socialise, why I find it so difficult to talk to people. And I was like, oh, don't have to push myself to socialise. I don't have to get a social circle. This is amazing. You know, and it was like this wonderful feeling of like, I don't have to do this. This could be amazing for me. If unmasking meant stopping pushing myself and feeling bad for not having friends round once a week, not going out with friends at the weekend, because and this is why I've held off from making these videos, okay? Because these kind of conversations are really difficult to have. Because I love people, okay? But I find it hard to be with people in the same way that neurotypical people find it easy to be with people. I just don't really enjoy it. Not in the same way as other people do, and maybe for like a fleeting time, then I want it over. You know, and I'd never said this out loud. I've just carried this real shame for feeling like this, like there's something wrong with me, that I don't want to be around people, that, you know, I see other people having these friendship groups and I think, oh, I should really want that, so I try and do it, and I try and be this big bubbly bouncy fin, and I'm exhausted from it, and it's just not me, and I've just done it, and I've felt the fear and done it anyway and acted as if, and it's just not me. And so to know that I could likely be autistic, and this is why it's like, oh, I don't have to do it, this is unmasking, I'm just going to unmask and it's all going to be wonderful. No. No, no, no. It turns out that unmasking is far more than that. When you take the mask off, oh my goodness, all sorts of stuff fall out. And Chris will also say the same thing about this, where I thought that unmasking meant that I would just stop having to force myself to be overly social. Chris thought that unmasking would mean more spreadsheets, but actually what happened was chaos ensued. Unmasking meant all of my traits and challenges just ramped up 1000%. Everything that I'd struggled with had been getting worse over a few years. Got a million times worse. I was so naive in thinking it was just going to be this like unveiling of like my real self, and just stopping forcing myself to do things I didn't want to do, and it would just be this lovely process. And it's been far from it. But it has brought so much joy.